So because YouTube thinks I'm breaking the community guidelines, I'm gonna put this shit in my fucking videos. So yeah, here you go. No person under the age of 18 is featured in this video. Every single person in this video is 18 years or older. Everyone has gone through the full legal process in the state of Oklahoma for a medical marijuana license. All cannabis consumption in this video is done legally in the state of Oklahoma. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Enjoy.
So you already know by the title how to get your med card. So I've actually had my med card for 2 years now, over 2 years now. And for those that be watching my channel, you already knowing. But basically every 2 years, at least here in Oklahoma, that's when you got to get a new medical card. Every 2 years, that's when it expires. So you don't really necessarily have to get reapproved, but you still have to sort of go through the same process. So I went ahead and made a video on it because I didn't make a video on it when I first got my med card. I wasn't doing weed videos back then. But basically, in this video, I vlogged me going to the clinic, and I showed y'all that, and so y'all get to see like actually the process of getting your med card. But then I'm gonna sort of talk y'all through that shit as well, because it was sort of a long process. Like I've been filming this video for like months, like over like the clips have like been like taken throughout the months. First off, I just want to start this off, like, if you guys are watching this from a different state, like it's gonna be a similar process if it's medical. So if it's medically legal in your state, then it'll be a similar process in any state. But this is obviously being done in Oklahoma, so this is the process in Oklahoma. So there might be some differences, you know what I'm saying, shit that I just don't know about other states because I don't fucking live there. But basically the place that I went to when I first got my med card 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, that shit, I tried to go back there, but it like, they weren't even answering the phone. So I don't even know if they were still in business. So I was like, all right, I gotta find a new spot. And so one of the dispos that I go to, shout out Capital Dank, one of the dudes that works there, Z, he was telling me about this spot, motherfucking Tulsa Higher Care Clinic. So I slid over to that shit, you already fucking knowing, and they used to be mobile, but so, like, y'all see that shit right there, I'm gonna pop it up, but y'all see like it's like a little fucking like just almost like an ambulance truck, but then like I don't know, like just like a little van, but they just do that shit mobile. And then now they have this little clinic. So I pulled up there, went in there. I had to schedule an appointment. They had no walk-ins. I could not walk in. The spot that I had gone to 2 years ago, they had walk-ins, but I scheduled an appointment anyways. So I remember I was in there. The first thing they asked me was if I had an appointment or not. And like while I was sitting in there, like a bunch of people were walking in that didn't have appointments, and they were just sending them out. They were telling them how to schedule an appointment, but then they were just sending them out because it was like fairly busy spot. So if you guys are in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you guys end up going to this spot, schedule an appointment. Just schedule an appointment. I don't know if they might take walk-ins now, but I would just schedule an appointment regardless. It's always better to just schedule an appointment because then they're expecting you. But yeah, so I basically scheduled the appointment, and when you schedule the appointment, if you've never done it before, I mean, it's a very simple thing. And what you're doing, what these clinics are, for those who don't know, is it's basically like this clinic, like there's different ways you can get your medical card. You can get it by just sort of doing it yourself. You can just go through, like here in Oklahoma, it's the OMMA. That is what is like the whole shit that's fucking making all this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to OMMA. But because of that, like you can just go to like the OMMA website and shit and fill everything out yourself if you want to. But I mean, and then you would still just have to get the doctor's approval. But so you can go and do that. But this spot, I mean, this is just a little easier for, like, you know what I'm saying, us stoners. I feel like if you just don't have to do all that shit, it's a little bit easier. But this spot, you get everything knocked out. Like, they have the doctor, you get the doctor, because you have to speak to like a fucking, like, the doctor for that shit. And then you get the motherfucking, they send all that shit to the OMMA for you. They submit everything for you. So I still had to like send them, like, I think it was in an email. I had to like click some link, and it was like some Google Doc or some shit. I just had to like submit a bunch of information. And so whenever I pulled up there and walked in, like they had everything ready for me because I had my appointment. They had all my information, and then they just had to ask me a few things to like add in there, update a few information, and then I paid. So I paid. You have to pay the state fee here in Oklahoma. The state fee, there's no way, you have to pay the state fee. There's no way to get around it. It's $105 from my recollection. $105 state fee, and then it might just be $100. It might be, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's $105. You have to pay for the doctor, like for the doctor's visit or whatever, like the doctor's visit, speak to the doctor. But like with that shit, the price depends. So like for this spot, I can't remember how much it costed, so I'm not just gonna like say, because like people are gonna be going there and, well, I saw in a YouTube video y'all charge this much, you know what I'm saying? But I remember it not being that much. Like I remember it being like somewhere around like $25, but it was just cause, I don't know if it was cause it was just a renewal or it was because it was my first time going there. But I remember the lady saying something like that. But I remember it not being that bad. It wasn't that bad. And like obviously the state fee was what fucking, you know what I'm saying, just fucking gets you the fucking state fee. But paid that shit. So I paid both of it to them. They just submit all that shit for you. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the vlog part. Y'all see me go in there and then go into the little room, you know what I'm saying? They have you put on a little video, and at the beginning, I thought it was just gonna be some bullshit, so I was sitting there like, bro, I'm just trying to get faded. But I ended up sort of like getting a longer clip of that shit, because it was very informative shit. Like in this video, if like anyone has ever had any problems with people thinking like weed doesn't have any medical benefits or it's not good for you or shit like that, this shit explains all that shit. Literally, like the doctor literally goes into everything. So I'm gonna cut to the vlog footage. Y'all about to see this shit.
It was the first medical cannabis business to open in the state of Oklahoma back in 2018, shortly after the passage of State Question 788. And we continue to be one of the only comprehensive cannabis clinics in the country. How does cannabis work? Cannabis works by means of our endocannabinoid system. Now, all animals have an endocannabinoid system. It's the largest receptor system in our body and interacts with almost all of our bodily systems.
Man, I'm trying to get baited.
Interacting with now CBD, along with THC, CBD helps keep THC in check so that it doesn't cause those highs. It helps to decrease some of those side effects that the THC might actually cause. And when using cannabis, it's always best to err on the side of CBD. In the cannabis plant, CBD and THC always have to balance. So when one's high, the other's low, and vice versa. And all the studies that we've seen, all the studies that have shown that around that 1-to-1 CBD to THC ratio is about the most beneficial for pain, for inflammation, for muscle spasms, for anxiety, for depression, for multiple different things. Now there are also hundreds of other cannabinoids found in the cannabis plant, each one having their own medical value. For example, CBN really helps with anxiety, really helps with sleep. CBG is anti-inflammatory and possibly anti-cancer, really helps with those treatments. THCA, it's non-psychoactive. THCA actually becomes delta-9 THC when it's heated. But THCA itself is non-psychoactive, but it's really highly anti-inflammatory. And then there's THCV. THCV is actually appetite suppressant, so it actually helps people to lose weight. Then there's the terpenes. The terpenes are the essential oils of cannabis. They give cannabis its smells, its tastes. And there are hundreds of different terpenes that are found in cannabis, and many of those, of course, have medicinal effects as well. Then when you get those all together, the terpenes along with the cannabinoids, you get what's called an entourage effect, because they all work so much better together than they do apart. Then with cannabis also, you can also have what's called a carryover effect. And that's because whenever cannabis works with your endocannabinoid system, it helps bring your own endocannabinoid system back into balance. And when it does that, it helps everything work better. And the longer you can keep that balance, the longer the carryover effect you can have with the decreased pain, decreased anxiety, those types of things.
And then basically after watching that video, the lady had told me previously before going into this room to go onto this website. As soon as I finish watching the video, they have it all like timed out perfectly, and you just wait for the doctor to join this shit. It's almost like a little Zoom meeting. So y'all see this shit right here. I didn't record any of the audio or anything, but y'all see I was just chopping it up with the doc. You feel me? It's the same dude that was in that video. We were just chopping it up. This is the point in time where you can ask if you have any questions, anything that wasn't answered in that video. I really didn't have any questions. So he was just sort of going through his normal spiel, asking me the shit he had to ask and everything, and then, you know what I'm saying, I got, you know what I'm saying, got out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He got back to what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Short, simple, short and sweet. All he said was I'm good to go, and then I went back into that room that y'all saw when I first walked in, and the lady at the desk was telling me, she said, like, wait, it'll take like a week business week though. It's like not weekends, like up to a week business week, and you'll get a confirmation email. And once you get the confirmation email, that means that everything that they submitted is a go. So you're good. You got reapproved, or you got initially approved, whatever it is. And then after that, you got to wait up to another 2 business weeks, I think it is, for you to get your card in the mail. But when you get that approval thing, you're good. Most dispensaries don't take that though, but then they'll send you another email once it's like they mailed it out, and it'll have your card ID and all that shit on there, so you can use that email. I'm pretty sure you can use that email, but then again, you know what I'm saying, it still just depends on the dispensary. Sometimes they just want to see a card, especially if it's your first time going in and you're just getting your med card. I don't know, it just depends. Especially if you're in a different state. I don't know how it is, but yeah. And then I got some clips whenever that shit came in. I was showing y'all the motherfucking the card and shit in the email, so I'll cut to that shit. Alright, so it's been 6 days exactly since I got my email from the OMMA the approval email. And so that email got sent on Monday, and today is Sunday, so almost 1 week exactly. Approval letter in the mail, you feel me? That's what this shit looks like. You just got a little approval, and then you just got all this shit on here. It tells you, you know what I'm saying, the possession, and just all the rules and shit, you feel me? And I was kind of surprised that this shit came today, because, bro, my card literally expires on the 27th, and today's the 25th. So I still have 2 more days until my original med card expires, you know what I'm saying? So I could still use that one, or I could use my new one now. That shit came a lot quicker than I thought it would. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta wait a minute, but like to get the approval email. But as soon as you get that approval email, like, you just gotta wait for that bitch to come in the mail, bruh. So this is my old one. Y'all see that shit right there? And, you know what I'm saying, expiration and shit. But if you look at it, it just looks like a normal card, you know what I'm saying? But if you take the new one and put that shit side by side, like, to compare, the new one has, like, hieroglyphics and shit on there. Like, y'all see that shit, bruh. Versus the older one, it's just normal. So I guess motherfuckers been trying to make fake motherfucking med cards and shit. Like, bro, what the fuck, bro? That shit's crazy. But nah, that shit finally came in, bro. I'm hyped, bro. That shit finally came in, bro. Hell yeah, bro. You already fucking knowing. So basically, that's how you get your motherfucking med card. That's how you get that shit. Very simple, you know what I'm saying? Not too difficult. Shout out to OMMA, you know what I'm saying? The Oklahoma Medical Marijuana Association. And also shout out to the spot that I went to get my shit. Motherfucking THC2, you feel me? The Higher Care Clinic, bro. Shout out to them motherfuckers as well. So yeah, if y'all in Oklahoma and y'all trying to get your motherfucking med card, that's how you do it, bro. That's how you do it. So yeah, bro, I say, yeah. Solid video. If y'all want to know how to get your med card, that's how you get that shit, man. That's how you get that shit. So yeah, bro, W video. I appreciate y'all. If y'all are still watching, bro, you might as well, you know what I'm saying, throw me a sub if you haven't already watched the whole video. Check out some of the other content on the channel. And yeah, I'm catch y'all next video. Doses.